often hear that one should not ask for anything very small as a result of one's prayer to the Lord. The Lord is Almighty. Anything you ask is going to be small. Even if you say, make me a king, it's going to be very small. King of what? It's going to be small. Even if you are an emperor, you are very small. The emperor of the entire earth, let us say, very small. In terms of this universe, this earth is nothing, not even a dot. To ask the Lord of anything, ask Him of anything, ask Him for anything. As a result of your prayer, it's going to be small. And if you ask for a promotion, or you ask for a job, ask for a child, ask for small things, a cure from a disease, is going to be very, very, very small. It is like asking the Prime Minister of our country, after getting an interview, for a pumpkin. It looks ridiculous. And anything you ask of the Lord is going to look very ridiculous. Therefore, some people say, don't ask the Lord for anything, for a job. I consider this is a wrong thing to say. When everything is small, nothing is small. Anything you ask for is going to be small, nothing is small. Whatever you think very important, that's all what counts. If somebody says, don't ask the Lord for a job, ask that somebody, please give me a job. If that person doesn't have any such capacity or intention to give you a job, he has no business to tell you not to ask anybody, including the Lord. He has no business to tell you, give you advice like that. It's all wrong. In our culture, we do ask for small things. And they say, you are doing transaction with the Lord. If you give me a job, I will give you a coconut. If I get this profit, I will give you 10%. So like this, you are making a deal with the Lord. The Lord is not a vyapari. He's not a businessman. Everybody knows this. This is all a question of your attempt to control the hidden variables. We are not asking the Lord. In our culture it is not there. Asking the Lord to give food, to give this, to give that. We do what we have to do, and we ask the Lord to keep track of our obstacles. Take care of the obstacles, the hidden variables, which may not work for you, which may work against you. And therefore, prayer is the only means to control the hidden variables. And the hidden variables are all over. When you get out of the house, you are facing hidden variables all the way. Hidden variables means accidents. How to control them? There is no way. You can be careful, but the others have to be careful. It's not you alone are careful, and you have no control over your car. You may lose the control of the car because the brake system can fail, the clutches may not work, or the steering may go haywire. Anything can happen, the axle can break, 100 different things can happen. And therefore, there are hidden variables in eating, in sitting, in walking, in driving. In all situations, there are hidden variables. And therefore, we need to be prayerful. We need to also control. In our culture, we recognize these hidden variables, and therefore the driver, when he takes the car out first time in the morning, will do this and then start the car. Have you seen this? You yourself may do it. When you switch on the light, we do this in the evening, when they switch on the light, first they do this. It's not that light works, therefore we do it. No. That is for that Prakashatmika Devata. So that Agni Devata, for that Devata, in the form of light, Parameshwara is saluted. It's in our culture. I'm talking of our day-to-day culture, day-to-day practice in our culture. We make a vow When this happens, I will do this. That makes our prayer very real. It's a commitment. It's a committed prayer. And you do this. Some little sacrifice. Tyaga. It's not that Bhagavan pockets it. Then only there is commerce. The Lord doesn't pocket whatever you give. It is lying there. Somebody is eating. You say the priest is eating. Hey, priest also is a human being. Somebody is eating. That's how you have to take it. Somebody is eating. You say the priest sells them. Okay. And whoever bought them eats. He bought them cheap. Cheaper than in the market. The priest gets money. What will he do with that money? He cannot eat the money. If he eats the money, that's okay. At least he is eating the money. It's always somebody is helped in the process. And you offer something. A sacrifice is very important. Your prayer becomes real. Any karma implies dakshina, certain sacrifice. And that is the reason why instead of dakshina in a Vedic ritual, we give dakshina. In a fire ritual, we offer oblations unto fire. In a puja ritual, etc., we offer something to the Lord that is distributed. It makes the prayer ritual real, more efficacious. Therefore, we say there is nothing wrong in asking for anything. Nothing is small. Because everything is small, therefore nothing is small. Is what is important to you, you ask for. When you are in distress, you want a relief. You go to a doctor when you are not well. The doctor himself is not sure whether the medicine works or not, is going to work or not. The contraindications are one paragraph. If you read when you buy the medicine, read the legend that comes along with the medicine. A paper comes in small letters, it is written. You read contraindications. If you read them, you can never take the medicine happily. All kinds of things are written there. And the doctor knows it. And therefore he gives it to you with a prayer. You better take it with prayer. Because we don't know how it works finally. And therefore, artaha, that person who prays in distress is called artaha. That's there in our culture. Artha Bhakti is there. And whenever we do something, we undertake something, we start with a puja. Even if it is a government undertaking, PWD undertaking, a bridge is to be built. Before building the bridge, the government may not do that. You can't write that for puja so much money was spent, because that's a secular government, it will not accept it. But personally, the people, the contractors, they spend money. Or the engineer spends from his own pocket some money. He performs the puja because it's in our culture. Undertake anything with a prayer, because how to control the hidden variables? There is no way of controlling. Prayer is the only means of controlling. To achieve success for your undertaking means the desired end to be accomplished, and for which there is a prayer. And the one who prays is called Artharthi. Artaha Artharthi. Any undertaking to be successful, to find its completion, one has to do a lot of things. And before doing all of them, there is a prayer. It's not mere prayer, we say, is going to produce result. Your planning and doing produces result. Your planning and doing may not produce result. And therefore there is a prayer to control the variables which are not known to you. Therefore, we accept an Artharthi. Therefore, for us, Ishvara is in the form of laws. Prayer is a karma, we must know this. Prayer is a karma, we have talked about it. It is a karma, it's an action. It produces result. We have a very sophisticated system of prayers. A prayer for everything. It's not merely a broad spectrum prayer. In medicine, in mycene group, there is a broad spectrum. A broad spectrum penicillin. It will destroy all the bugs. Even benign bacteria, it will destroy. That's called broad spectrum. Then there is specific mycene, the specific product which is meant only to take care of that particular strain of bacteria. Like this, we have a very sophisticated system of prayer. Because of our vision of Ishvara, Ishvara being everything, we don't say there is one God. We say there is only God. That's our culture. And naturally, there are many devatas. Ishvara means everything is Ishvara means then there are varieties of phenomena. No phenomenon is separate from Ishvara, who is a conscious being. So we don't look upon a phenomenon as inert. We look upon it as a devata, Ishvara. Ishvara in a given aspect, in a given phenomenon is called devata. Therefore sun becomes a devata. Every law becomes a devata. Therefore I can invoke by a particular specific prayer a particular devata to address a particular problem. Highly sophisticated, our prayer system. Really. And therefore, even for every anga in your body which is having a particular problem, and there is a particular form of prayer. For eyes, for ears, for legs, for stomach, any particular anga of your body, suppose has to undergo a certain treatment, it is always strengthened. The process of treatment is strengthened by a particular form of prayer too. This is all possible because not there are many gods, not because there is one God. There is no such thing one God. There is only God. So that makes a person sometimes a desire for knowing that only God means my body, mind, sense complex included, and that means, do you say that there is only God? Means I am not totally separate from God. Then what is the truth of myself? A question must arise. And somebody wants to know that. What is God? It's called Jignasu Bhakta. He's a one who wants to know Ishvara. And the one who knows Ishvara is also Bhakta. He is a fulfilled Bhakta. Thus, there is this Bhakta defined depending upon where the person is, what he wants. We'll see further next time. Thank you.
भारत देश